Us Harry Game Lords have had the chance to play Mind Management. I can't show you the box because it was on Tabletopia. What did we think? Let's find out! So, Slightly Bearded James here. We were very fortunate to be able to play this with Jay, and he absolutely schooled us. I'm not going to hide it. He was the hidden recruiter moving around the map secretly. We figured out what we was looking for. We talked very openly about what we thought he was doing, and he slipped through our grasp. So Mind Management in itself is a really deep, thoughtful game, which you actually need to have a PhD for, or play with people of your similar intellect, which is probably what we'd have to do. It's a lot of fun, and a lot of thinking as well. There's a lot of logic to this game. So the crux of the game is, as you are trying to hunt down the recruiter, every single turn they move around. And there's symbols all across the board, which is beautiful, by the way. Matt Kint, who's done the comic art, has created this board. It is gorgeous. You've got different symbols around, and you are going to be quizzing the recruiter on whether they've ever gone past a certain symbol. If they have, they put a footstep on it to tell you that they've been there, but all you know is that they've been there in the last however many rounds. And over time, you can piece together a rough map of where you think they are. We almost got him, and he used his one-off special ability to jump out of the way, and it's like a submarine that is submerged. Once again, a psychic submarine. Did we manage to get him? No, not really. He almost managed to recruit the people that he wanted to recruit, but instead the other thing that he can do to win the recruiter is to evade you until a certain time on the clock, which he managed to do. And honestly, I think I'd like to play this one again, because it's one of those ones where the first time you play, it's like an introduction, it's a taster, and you can imagine more of how to actually play smart the second time. The other thing about this game that I'm very excited about is there are so many hidden things, and I'm going to let one of the other guys tell you about that. But oh my goodness, a huge amount of passion, love, and time has gone into this. And sometimes when you see something with this much care put into it, it's like a vanity project. But actually, Mind Management stands up as a very good game with a lot of, like, not just depth, but things to explore in it as well. So let's find out more.
Bearded Lady here. Yes, this game is like Scotland Yard on steroids, or maybe even acid. It is... Wow, there's just so much going on in this game. As Slightly Bearded James said, we played this last night on Tabletopia, and we had a Discord chat going, and I'm sure there was moments I know there was moments when I went silent, but I'm sure there was moments throughout the game where a lot of us, at different points, just faded into the background as our minds were like, because there's just so much going on, but it's still so much fun. The artwork is brilliant, and there's just the map itself, there's just so much going on in the map. You can basically only move, we can only move orthogonally, but then there are certain squares that there are these two temple squares which you can move onto diagonally and off diagonally, but there's just so much going on. It's brilliant. And then the cards themselves, the cards that the recruiter has, the artwork on there is so good. They look all unique and just so cleverly put together. Oh my word, there's just so much in there. There's kind of like, for people like us who were absolutely smashed and rubbish at it, if we were to play the proper game, as after all we only played the training session, which was hard enough, but if you're playing the proper game, then you get kind of like a leg up into the next round in this kind of like soft legacy kind of feel, where you unwrap something that will give you an ability that will help you better in the next round. There are these special abilities that you can get as well, and there's different variants to the gameplay. We're saying, we only played the simplest version, but there's loads more. There's so much replayability in this game, let alone trying to beat the training session. Brilliant. Components look great, as we played virtually, but they look great, and again on the Kickstarter look awesome. Just so much to get involved with. There's hidden things on the actual board as well. So if you locate certain hidden areas on the board, then you can, you can
go to a website.
Go to a website, type in a certain code that you may have found or something like that, and print off new material for the board game. Amazing. So much. Although my brain hurt in this game, I really, really enjoyed it and want to play it again and get involved.
Hi, it's Dave the Grey. Now, this should be a really, really simple game. You've got a 6x6 board that is only 36 squares. Maths.
Quick maths.
There's 4 people trying to catch one person out of 36 squares. That one person can only move 1 square at a time and can't go back on themselves. So once they've been to 1 square, there is no way they can go back to that square. The other 4 people can move 2 squares. And every square has got 2 different things on it. And every turn, you're allowed to ask, have you been past a billboard? Have you been past a swimming pool? That kind of thing. And there's only 5 of each symbol on the board. And you're allowed to, on the real one, you've got some dry white markers and what have you. On Tabletopia, you've got tokens. But you can basically map out the board and go, right, he hasn't been there. He's definitely been here. How hard can that be? That is surely the easiest thing in the world to catch that one person. No, it's not. It really, my brain was just trying to map out, right, so before turn 7, he's been here, but not there or there. But he could have been over there, and you end up mentally mapping out, but if you get it wrong, you go hideously wrong, because all of a sudden you're moving 4 squares from there to over here to go to that swimming pool, whereas actually the tricksy little blighter is all the way over there. How did that even happen? And the really, really annoying, frustrating, awesome thing was that after about 4 turns, we were stood on top of him. And we were like, wouldn't it be really funny if he was actually on the same square as James? That'd be awesome. He was on the same square as James. 10 turns later, we were miles off. Just completely. There's some little trees on there. Just 5 little tiny trees on different. We barked up every single one of those, I swear to you. This was so much fun in a completely melt your brain kind of way. And yeah, it was only the training mission. So if you like that sort of one against many kind of thing, and I guess it had a certain bit of the sort of Treasure Island, Scotland Yard kind of thing, chasing all over the board. If you like that kind of thing, it's absolutely awesome. Late pledge is open. There's even a print and play. How wrong can you go? Get it downloaded, get playing it. Madness, absolute madness. Loved it. 2 thumbs up from me.
All right, one last thing. I just need to tell you, oh my goodness, I am a big fan of comic books, and Matt Kinn is the guy who is the artist. I can't remember if he's the creator of Mind Management, the comic, but he has created comics that you will be opening and experiencing throughout this game. So as you, fail and win your way through the game over the course of many, many games, you'll be unveiling like comics of the different people and the characters that you're playing as and the things that happen to them. And also there's some interesting little twists and stories and things like that. For example, the upside down of the board, we didn't even get to see it because it was virtual, but apparently it's cool and it fits together and there's all kinds of sneaky things as well. So if you like comic book art, and especially that good comic book art, this is a great one for you as well.